Have you ever lived or stayed with somebody who is always threatening them to kill themselves or harm themselves if you don't do something for them? That is called suicidal threats. And suicidal threats are basically when somebody is threatening to kill themselves or self-harm, maybe to avoid accountability or as a way of control. This behavior can be emotionally exhausting and cause a lot of stress and anxiety, especially for those who are on the receiving end. How do you identify these threats? When somebody is threatening to harm themselves if you don't comply with their demands, when somebody is talking about suicide as a way to manipulate others, when somebody is using suicidal ideation as a way to gain attention or sympathy. It's important to take these threats seriously and not dismiss them as attention-seeking behavior, because they may prove fatal and you don't want to lose lives. People may use these suicidal threats for a variety of reasons. For example, they may be avoiding responsibility for their actions. They may be coping with difficult emotions like depression or anxiety, maybe to gain attention or sympathy from others. Understanding the motivation behind these suicidal threats can help you respond more effectively. For example, if you know someone is using suicidal threat to avoid responsibility, you can work to hold them accountable for the action in a supportive and empathetic way. How do you deal with suicidal threats? There are several strategies you can use to protect yourself and others, like taking the threat seriously and seeking professional help if necessary, a psychologist, involving the authorities if you or somebody else is in danger, avoiding giving in to the person's demand or manipulations. You don't give in to those demands, providing support and empathy without taking responsibility for the person's actions or emotions, setting clear boundaries and communicating assertively, encouraging the person to seek professional help or counseling. It is important to remember that suicidal threats should always be taken seriously and not dismissed as attention-seeking behavior. However, it is also important to not give in to the person's manipulations or allow them to avoid accountability for their actions. Finally, suicidal threats can be difficult and emotionally exhausting experience for those who are in the receiving end. However, it is important to take these threats seriously, seek professional help where necessary, and set clear boundaries to protect yourself and others. By providing support and empathy while also holding the person accountable for the action, you can help break the cycle of manipulation and control. I hope that helped, and you are going to be able to deal with suicidal threats better. It's my hope that this doesn't happen to anyone, and if you are a victim or you do practice those kinds of threat, it's good to be considerate of others.